Alright, in this section I'm gonna go for these extra little greebles and notches and cutouts in the container. So it's also very um, self-explanatory stuff. I think you guys should be able to create these shapes on your own now using all the stuff that we've learned so far. And I also hope that you'll try to modify this design a little bit if you haven't already, and just make a different version of it, or I don't know. In some of the past tutorials, I've seen some pretty cool remixes, like a steampunk version, or like a western version, or I don't know. People just take their own um, personality and taste into it. Um, there was we had an NES controller, and a lot of people would put their favorite video game onto the controller, like and just change the graphics of it. But yeah, so I hope you'll have fun with this and sort of make it your own, or you can just follow along with my standard standard version. The I guess this is the official heavy poly version here. But anyway, but I really love this part. I love just detailing and making all the little repetitive stuff. I'm not sure why. I think it's fun, and even though this kind of thing is pretty tedious, I think I enjoy it. Okay, so what about if we have this cutout here? I think you might remember how this goes, where we just get this one and make sure it's not touching the other piece, but maybe somewhere around here, and then we go Control B, add, or actually Control B, subtract, and now we have a little cutout version. Then we could maybe get this one, Shift D, and duplicate it to make that slot over here. BS. Don't forget about that teleport, guys. Control Shift right mouse. That's a big key to speed when you're doing this stuff. So I'm also going to start adding in the mirror. Or actually, yeah, a mirror that way. So that's Shift X to get that live mirror, and then Control Shift V. And I want it to go on the Y-axis. Actually, oh, let me kill that one. Because I want it to mirror this way also. So to do that, I could grab a vert here, move it to the middle somewhere, about there. And this would also need to go to the center. I can snap it to the center by just moving it sideways on the x-axis and then holding Control to lock it to one of these verts. So that'll mean it's snapped straight to the middle of the x-axis. And then I can go Control Shift right mouse to lock the center to that location. And then we could just hit X to delete that vert because we don't need it anymore. Shift X, live mirror. So there's that side, and then Control Shift V, and make sure we've got the Y direction also. Oh shoot, sorry. Let me delete that one more time. Shift X and local live mirror. And that'll use that dot now. Control Shift V and Y direction also. There we go. So now same thing with this one. Control Shift V, and I want to make sure this is using the here. I'll go Shift X and Live Mirror Local. That should work. And it's going crazy here. Let's check the order of our modifiers again. Just make sure the mirror is happening after the booleans. So just move the mirror down. Alright, so this is starting to get a little bit crazy here where I can't select stuff. So one option is we could just select this and hit Shift H to hide all the other stuff and then work on it. And then Shift X, oops. Shift X, and then go to the Y direction here. Oh, okay, so see that face in the middle there is what's causing the issue. So if I delete that face there, I think it should work. There we go. Hopefully all this Boolean troubleshooting is helping a little bit. I mean, I still run into lots of problems and I have no idea what's going on. So don't feel bad if your Booleans aren't working right away. Alright, another thing we can do here is if we need more smoothness on this, you can just double click this, Shift double click, and then Control Shift D, subdivide. So that's a little nice script there to subdivide cylinders. And I actually I think I will go a little bit crazy with the detail on this section because this is what we sort of see right up front. So I think it's okay to add more detail in areas where you see a lot. You know, right on the corner. So this is basically the closest thing to our camera, so I want to pay attention to the details on it. You could say like, oh, I want a chamfer here, and then a smooth fillet over there. It's a nice variation. You could say, all right, I wanna, oops, something like that. Go Control B, live subtract. You could also go, if you select the cutter and go Control B and apply, that applies it, so now we have real geometry there, and then we add in our bolts or whatever. Oops. I think it would be nice if there. Control space, select flat. Go up. I'm not sure. Maybe we should have... It would be nice to have... Oh, I forgot to unhide everything. So that's Control-Shift-H to unhide all that. I'm just testing this idea here. What if we have... some latches like this? Maybe I should look at an actual latch. Maybe a heavy latch. Or, this is really good for guts and stuff. And kind of train stuff. These are great. Maybe we could try something in this area, or this vein. I always thought that these look like Lego people hands, just hanging on. Save this one. See, maybe I can make this another image editor. Man, it's busy tonight. Alright, so these need to be sideways like this. So what if this one, you just rotate it? Where are we? Side view. Rotate it like that. Let me go to wireframe. I'm just drawing this shape in 2D here. Control X, and then we can bevel these corners. Okay. Alright, so now we can grab these two, Shift H to hide everything else. And then this one goes through it, Control B, subtract, and there we go. So I'm going to duplicate this one and rotate it from the front view twice. Actually, from the side view twice. There we go. And then this side could probably be something more interesting. Unhide that. How does that look? So. Maybe it might be cool if these had, oops, some holes going through them like that. Subtract, subtract. I think this also needs some channels in the middle here. Something like that. It goes all the way through it. Shift H. Control B and subtract. Actually, maybe this is not all the way through. It's like more like that. It's like a keyhole. Ah, okay. I'll duplicate that, save it for later, because we can use that in here as like the locker, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure how these work, but that's how I imagine it. Shift X and let's do live mirror. Oh, actually, let's get this stuff and combine it to this layer. So 1, 2, Control J. Now they've all got that same center and the mirror properly, like how we set it up before. And it seems like we need the holes also to be mirrored. For some reason, I don't think they're going. Alright, how about this? Let's get this whole piece here and redo it. So this, I'll hit, actually Shift X, Y to split everything down the middle. Now we can grab all this and delete it. So now there's just a bunch of holes here, which is not good. So what I need to do is fill those holes by selecting everything and then press F, which will fill the holes. And now, hopefully, no, damn it. Okay, maybe not. Let's see. Let me try another way. So I'll open up those holes again, and then this time let's do the mirror first and then the Boolean. doesn't like that either. Alright, this time let's go Shift X and just mirror it. And kill the mirror. Alright, so this is sort of working, except for up here. Wait, how come this is not? Oh, it's because this was not mirroring. So I guess we could go Shift X and Y. That'll mirror it that direction. That works too. So those are two options that just give you the same thing pretty much. Like you can do it manually with Shift X and then Y, or you could delete everything here, all those verts, and then Shift X, live mirror local. I think if we add it on the y-axis, that should work. Yeah. So this also works, but actually it's not as elegant because for some reason it doesn't show in edit mode. So let me kill that again. Go Shift X and Y. And now we can see it in edit mode. But I don't know. I think that might be a bug. Maybe that'll change in the future. Z and shade smooth. Okay, it's a nice little bit of nitty-gritty stuff. We'll take a little break here, and I'll see you in the next video.